Only one person in studio today. My lovely pal Laura is here, in case catch me glancing over at her. Okay, so we're just coming up on half, so we're just going to arrive onto our mats. Bring yourself into a comfortable position wherever you may be. Allow your tailbone to settle down, relax your legs, and begin to sit up nice and tall. So imagine the crown of your head is drawing up towards the ceiling. Lengthen the spine and relax the palms facing down onto your thighs or your knees, wherever is most comfortable for you. And we'll begin by taking 3 inhalations into the nose, exhaling from the mouth. So all together, let's begin. Inhale as fully as you can, filling up deep into the belly. And then open the mouth, release the jaw, exhale softly. Just letting the day go. Once again, deep inhalation in through your nose. As fully as you can. Open the mouth, release the jaw, exhale. So see if you can go a little deeper this time, really expanding, stretching your diaphragm, drawing out the rib cage. Open the mouth, release the jaw, and now exhale fully. Allow the navel to draw towards the spine. Deplete as fully as you can. And closing down the eyes, we're going to just count our breath. So again, letting go of what's gone on before this class, what's happened today, and really using your breath to anchor you to this present moment. So we'll inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Welcome if you're just joining. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. And just continue inhaling as fully as you can and really work on lengthening your exhalation. So as we lengthen our exhalation, we're going to relax our whole nervous system, calming our parasympathetic nervous system, and really bringing our body into a relaxed state. So every time you inhale, see if you can increase your lung capacity. So throughout the day, you might have just naturally been breathing shallow breath, just if you were in any way stressed or rushed getting to class. So you want to really breathe down to the lower region of your lungs now. So as you sit here focusing on your breath, begin to bring your awareness to your body. So we're going to mentally scan from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. And just notice how your body has arrived onto your mat this evening. Notice if there's any tingling sensations, any past or present injury. How is your body feeling today? Any vulnerable spaces? Can you feel your heart beat? And lastly, begin to check in with yourself mentally and emotionally. Choose one word to describe how you are in this moment. And then let that all go and bring your focus back to your breath. Activating your Ujjayi breath now. So inhaling just with your nose, inhaling in with your nose and exhaling with your nose. So throughout the class, we're going to try and keep our mouth closed as much as we can and just breathe in and out through our nose. I challenge you for your class today to breathe in and out through your nose only. On this very warm day today. So keeping the eyes closed, trust in my voice, and just begin to relax your fingertips down onto the ground now, just your fingertips. Take a deep inhalation into the nose, Exhaling from the nose, drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Feel that stretch through the left side of your neck. Coming back to center. Again, take a deep inhalation into your nose. Exhale from your nose, take your left ear to left shoulder. And just slowly begin to tilt your head from side to side, stretching out the side of the neck. A really slow, mindful movement. More focus on your breath right now. Not easy breathing in and out through the nose. So, of course, if at any time you need to exhale from the mouth, do. And try to keep your breath balanced and calm as you gently rock the head. We're going to alter the movement now, bringing the chin in towards the chest and slowly rotate the head. So your head being the heaviest part of your body, rotating your head on its axis, checking in with the back of the neck, the shoulders, and trying to keep the spine still and straight, only moving the head. Continue to breathe in and out through the nose. Rotate, go the opposite direction. Notice if your breath changes, if it increases in speed, and of course at any time if you do need to exhale from the neck too. Getting into all the nooks and crannies in the back of the neck now. Begin to deepen the movement, make the head rotation a little bigger. Lovely. So keeping the eyes closed, come back to center with the head and just balance your head in between your shoulders. Bring your chin in towards your chest and make sure your head is equally balanced between your shoulders. So it's not tilting forward like ET or tilting back too far. We don't have any humps on our back. Nice centered head between the shoulders. And begin to draw those shoulders up towards the ears and we'll roll our shoulders forwards. So if you increase your breath at all, on the exhalation, notice an oceanic sound in your breath. And it's okay to make as much sound as you breathe as possible. Don't be afraid of that noise. Rotate the shoulders back. Drawing the shoulder blades towards each other as close as you can, really opening up the chest. Lovely. Taking the hands together in prayer, bring your elbows to touch, interlace the fingers and begin to rotate the wrists. So bring your elbows to touch. Yeah, lots of cracking, get into those fingers. Pressing the palms away from you, stretching out all 10 knuckles. Lovely, really get into the wrists. Lifting the arms up towards the sky. Now look towards your fingertips. Take a deep inhalation once again, lengthen through your side body. And as you exhale, opening the arms out, fingertips to touch off the mat. So inhale, look up, reach up, palms face up. Fingertips touch, exhale, opening the arms as wide as you can. So you're stretching out your arms as you take your hands back ever so slightly. Palms face up, inhale, look up, reach up, lifting up out of your pelvis. Reach up as high as you can, fingertips to touch, exhale, opening the arms once again. Last one, palms face up, inhale, look up, really lifting out of the pelvis this time as much as you can. Stretch the side body, take the hands together, interlace the fingers and press the palms away from you. Now taking your hands back. So again, we're taking our wrists above our shoulders this time. So check that your wrists are above your shoulders and breathe. And then relax your shoulders down into their sockets. Inhale, lengthen your arms as fully as you can, and then relax the shoulders back into their socket. One last time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax. Lovely. Taking the arms out now nice and wide and begin to rotate the wrists once again as fully as you can and rotate, go the opposite direction. Palms face up. Lovely. And we're going to take our right hand to face towards the sky and take it up and over. Take the left hand to the ground, bending into the left elbow, drop the head, and inhale fully here. Exhale, release, coming back to center. Left hand reaches up, folding into the right elbow, drop the head. Inhale fully. Exhale, release, coming back to center. This time, see if you can fold a little deeper into that left elbow, drop the head. Lovely. Exhale, release, coming back to center and folding a little deeper into that right side. Lovely, breathe. Exhale, release, coming back to center. Excellent. Take the hands to the knees, elbows out as wide as you can. Begin to rotate from the hips. So really getting nice and fluid in your spine here. So letting your back go and just move, making lots of fluid movement. Rotate to the opposite direction. Just warming up that spine. Gorgeous. Okay, we're going to take our legs from under us, extend your legs out nice and long, flexing the ankles. Just remove the flesh from underneath your buttocks and inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the sky. As you exhale, you're going to fold forward. So just come down nice and slowly, folding forward, feeling the stretch into the legs, into the back of the hamstrings. Hands face up towards the sky and just look forward. You might take hold of your knees, shins, ankles here. Don't worry about rounding your spine at this point, and bring your chin towards your chest and just allow your head again to be the heaviest part of your body, which it is. Just allow your head to lead towards the pull of gravity. Taking a few deep exhalations here. Again, bringing the focus back to your breath. Inhale, begin to look forward and slowly come back to sitting. We're going to take our hands behind us and we're going to begin with a reverse tabletop. So bring your feet hip distance apart, hands shoulder width apart, and begin to lift the hips towards the sky. So squeezing your glutes here, draw the knees towards each other, but not quite touching. And just drop your head back. So pressing down into all four corners of the feet, drop the head. Now we don't have anything falling off the table, so try to really lift the hips up towards the sky. So nothing's going to fall off your table. And see if you can lift the hips a little bit more. Really press into the feet. Use the strength of your legs here. Press down into the ground. Lift those hips a little bit higher. Drop the head a little further back and exhale. Release, slowly coming down. We're going to gently roll the spine down onto the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae, and bring your knees in towards you. Give your knees a big hug. Gently rock from side to side, massaging out your lower back. And we're going to take hold of our right knee, extend your left leg nice and long. Flex the left ankle so your left leg is still nice and active. And just really hug that right knee, drawing the right knee down towards your right armpit. So feel that compression in your right hip here. Give it a nice big squeeze. Take the left hand to your left hip and just draw the right knee out towards the right side. So just opening into that right hip. Exhale, release, bringing that right knee back to center and begin to extend the right leg up towards the sky. So from here, you're going to flex the ankle, interlace your fingers behind your right hamstring and begin to point and flex that right foot. So imagine you're a ballet dancer here, where you point the toes, activating your calf muscle here as you point your toes. So really straightening as you continue to lengthen the leg, you're activating that hamstring and that calf muscle, and then begin to rotate the right ankle, stretching into all 5 toes. And just releasing any inflammation here in the ankle, rotate, go the opposite direction. Getting all that lymph fluid moving. Continue to lengthen the legs, so this should never be easy. Continuously drawing that leg a little longer, getting the foot a little closer to the sky, or maybe drawing the foot towards you. Depending on your flexibility, you might have your foot down towards your head. So adjusting and modifying for your body. As always, this is your practice, so get what you need. Lovely. Bending that right knee once again. And this time we're going to take our right knee across the body to the opposite side and come into a little twist. So relax your right arm, soften the right shoulder, and look towards your right hand. Come fully into the twist and just take 3 deep breaths here. You can exhale from the mouth if you wish. So really imagine that you're being wrung out like a towel or a cloth here. There's a big constriction in your lungs, but you're still managing to expand that diaphragm. Excellent. And coming back to center, draw that right knee back in towards you, and we're going to switch legs. So take the left knee in. Flexing the right foot, ensuring that that right leg stays active throughout this. Draw your left knee as close to your left armpit as you can. So again, feeling that compression in the left hip this time. Give a big hug, a big tight squeeze. Take the right hand to your right hip and just begin to draw the left knee out to the left side this time. Lovely. One last breath here, and draw the left knee across the body, back to center, and extend the left foot towards the sky. So interlace the fingers behind the left thigh this time, begin to point and flex. So, and really point and flex as fully as you can. When you're ready, begin to rotate that left ankle. And just notice, it is a very hot day today. Notice if your ankles are a little swollen, if there is any inflammation there. It will be very natural on such a warm day. We're just drawing that left knee back in towards you. And once again, this time you're drawing your left knee across the body to the right side. Extend your left arm nice and long and look towards your left hand. Come into your twist fully and take those 3 inhalations. So again, increasing that lung capacity. Challenge your lung capacity today. Gorgeous. Exhale, release, coming back to center. And we're going to hug both knees in towards us. And we're going to take hold of the outside of the feet and just come into your baby pose. Bring both knees towards the armpits and just have a little play, flexing the ankles. Lovely. So just rolling over to one side, and we're going to come into our child's pose. Coming back up onto the mat. Find yourself to your child pose. Bring your knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch, sink the hips. Keep drawing the tailbone down, walking your fingertips forward. And just relax the arms for a moment, drop your forehead and take 3 deep breaths here, really grounding down. So just imagine that the back of your feet and your hands are growing roots down into the core of the earth, and you're being planted here like a little seed in the soil, getting ready to grow. You're going to bring your focus, your attention back to your breath. Notice if your mind is wandering, and maybe witness your thoughts if it is beginning to wander. Bring your palms together in a prayer and take the prayer to the back of the neck. And from here, you're going to walk your elbows forward. So walk your elbows as far forward as you can. Keep drawing that tailbone down. Stretching out the shoulders, relax, melting the armpits down onto the ground. Take another deep breath here. And exhale, release. Begin to walk the fingertips forward. So active arms now, walking the fingertips as far forward as you can. So you can get another little millimeter forward with those fingertips. And then come right up high onto your fingertips. Take your palms off the mat. So come right up onto the tips of your fingertips and gently begin to sway from side to side. Just moving into the hips. Move the body from side to side, lovely. And exhale, release. We're going to round the spine and come up into tabletop position. Knees below your hips, hands below the shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly, traction your chest forward, gaze draws up, look up, come into your cow. Exhale, bring your chin in towards your chest, doming into your spine here, like a scared cat. Inhale, drop the belly, traction the chest forward, tailbone lifts up, gaze draws up. Exhale, release, bring the chin in towards the chest. And just continue on your own pace here. So go as fast or as slow as you want to go here. Allow your breath, though, to lead your movement. So your spine will probably already be warmed up to an extent, but going a little deeper each time into your cat or your cow. Lovely. So just begin to take the hips from side to side. Look over your left shoulder towards your left foot, and then over your right shoulder towards your right foot. Just moving the hips from side to side. And try to organically find softness in your movement here. Sink your hips back. So we're going to inhale, come forward. Exhale, sinking those hips back, making circles with the hips now. So there's no right or wrong here. Dance as though no one is watching. Find your organic movement, rotate, go the opposite direction. I will be a guide, but there's no right or wrong. Listen to your body. Reconnect with your body here. Allow your breath to bring you into this experience of being in your body today. So rotating the belly, bring your belly for some circle rolls. Roll your belly button in towards your spine. And rotate, go the opposite direction. And then perhaps taking your hands for a little walk on your mat, maybe walking your hands in towards you. And then walking the hands out, drawing the fingertips towards you, rotating from your shoulders down into your wrists here. Rotate, go the opposite direction. So stretching into those wrists. And you might sink the hips back and stretch into all 10 fingers here. If there's plenty of cracking in the knees or the hips, perfectly normal. Just allow any cracking to go on. Palms face up towards the sky. So stretching into the back of the wrist. Be gentle here, so don't put too much weight on the wrist because they sometimes might not be able for it. But just taking those hands up. Lovely. Okay, coming back into your tabletop position. And we're going to take our hands, just one hand forward. Walk your hands one hand forward. And we're going to sink the hips. Bending the elbows, we're going to press down here. Coming down onto the mat. And then we're going to make sure our hands are below our shoulders and press back into child's pose. So we're going to do this a few times. Back into child's pose. So inhale, coming forward, up onto the knees, shoulders over wrists, press down, keep the elbows nice and tucked, chin in, exhale, pressing back into your child's pose. So again, you can go as fast or slow as you want here. Allow your breath to lead your movement. So coming here, so it's a little press up, essentially, like a girl press up. Draw the navel in, bending down, keep the elbows tucked, so don't allow your elbows to flare out. And pressing back again to child's pose. Drop the head. 2 more times here. And of course, stay in child's pose if movement isn't for you today. Listen to your body. And moving. Okay, coming back into our tabletop position, and we're going to walk our hands forward and we're going to come into our puppy pose. So walk your hands as wide as the mat. Keep your hips in line with your knees and begin to melt your heart, melt your chest, and just soften down here. So heart towards the ground, ground your heart and breathe. There's a big stretch on your shoulders here. Try to relax the shoulders, smile if there's any tension creeping into your face. Option to come up onto the fingertips here. To go a little deeper into those shoulders, shoulder blades. Lovely. Exhale, release, walking the hands back into our tabletop position. Excellent, guys. Okay, so taking the hands a little bit forward again. Make sure all 10 knuckles are pressed on the ground. Tuck your toes and sink the hips. And just gently rock back and forwards here. Allow your heels to come out so you're stretching into all 10 toes. Lovely. Okay, and when you're ready, tucking those toes, begin to lift the hips up towards the sky. Keep the knees deeply bent and come right up into your downward dog. So keep the knees as close to your chest as you can. Stay on your tippy toes, drop the head, and then one at a time begin to pedal out your feet. Just one at a time, drawing the heels towards the ground. So you'll really feel that stretch in your hamstring and your calf muscles here. Keep the hips nice and soft. And if it's very uncomfortable, walk your feet in a little closer to you. But right now, downward dog has so many benefits. All the blood is rushing down into your head, reoxygenating all the cells in your brain. So many benefits, even just finding stillness here. So just breathe deeply into it. Try to get as comfortable as you can. Sometimes it can be a little bit shocking, or it takes a while to get used to being upside down. So just try to allow your breath to bring you there. Lovely. And then do find stillness. Draw both heels towards the ground and see if you can lift all 10 toes off the mat. And breathe. Give your head a little shake, yes. And then give your head a little shake, no. Lovely. And then bending the knees, you're going to slowly step towards your wrists, the back of your wrists. So walking up towards the back of your wrist, bend your knees as deeply as you need to, walking up towards those wrists, and then hold on to opposite elbows when your feet are nicely grounded. And just let go here. So again, it's a very hot day. We're all sweating a little bit here, just hanging out upside down. Bend the knees as deeply as you need to. Relax the hands now. Let the hands go. Let your arms go down onto the ground. And just roll your lips like so. Make an ah sound. Make sure you're exhaling fully here. Okay, so make sure your feet are hip distance. You've got a nice grounded foot. Both feet are nicely grounded. And you're going to bring your knees in towards your chest. We're going to sweep our arms up and come into a chair pose. So take your time, no rush. Reaching the arms up, sink the hips, draw the tailbone down. Sit down, sit down, sit down. And then exhale. Release, drop the head once again, hanging out. Give your head a little shake, give your shoulders a little roll. So again, to chair pose, we're going to do this 2 more times. So knees in towards the chest, sweep the arms up, sit down, sit down, sit down, lift the arms as high as you can, draw those shoulders back. Lord, open the chest. And exhale. Let it go. Ooh, okay, last one here. Bend those knees deeply, sweep the arms up, lovely grounded feet, nice strong legs. Working those thighs. Open the heart, open the chest, lovely, and exhale. Ooh, release. Okay, just hanging out again, just soften, give your knees a little wiggle. We're going to take our right hand to our left foot. So just place your right hand on your left foot and begin to straighten out your left leg. You're going to bend your right knee as fully as you can and reach your left arm up towards the sky. Look towards your left hand. Breathe. Exhale. Release. Left hand to right foot. Bend the left knee deeply, stretching out that right leg. Reach the right hand up towards the sky. Breathe. Exhale. Release. Right hand to left foot. Left hand reaches up. Look towards the sky. Breathe. In your twist. Gorgeous. One last one here. Left hand to right foot. Bend that left knee deeply. Right hand reaches up. Excellent, and release, let it go. Okay, so bringing the chin in towards the chest. Bring the chin as tightly tucked towards your chest as you can, and you're going to roll up through the spine. Nice and slow, stacking vertebrae upon vertebrae, and gently coming up, standing. Ooh, take the arms out nice and wide, so softening the shoulders, away from the ears. Lovely, kick out the arms, kick out the legs. Your whole body a bit of a shake, just shake off any tension and stress, any tightness. Let the day go, let the week go, let the month go, let the year go. Just let anything that is no longer serving you, just let it go. Wobble like jelly for a moment. Okay, feet hip distance apart. Rounding down the feet, hands together. Inhale, begin to tuck your pelvis under. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the sky, look towards your thumbs. And as you exhale, begin to hinge from the hips, fold forward, drop the head. Inhale, come to a flat back. So hands to shins or knees, draw your shoulders back. Exhale, release, fold, bend the knees, and gently step back into your high plank position. So high plank, drop the tailbone, bend the elbows, drop your knees, bend the elbows, chest and chin, down to the mat. Release your toes, soften your hips, scoop your chest forward, come into your baby cobra, draw those shoulders back, lovely. Exhale, release, drop the head, tucking the toes and press back into your downward facing dog. 5 belly breaths here. So just checking, find stillness in your downward dog so you can conserve your energy. Draw your heels down, really stretching out the legs. Yeah, walk those feet in if they need to be. And keep lifting the tailbone up towards the sky, drop the head. Excellent. That's really, really good. Look towards your belly button and then towards your feet. And then look straight down at your mat. And then relax your head. 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale, begin to look between the hands, bend the knees, and step towards the top of the mat. Sink the hips, and we're going to take our chair pose again. Uttanasana, bring those arms up. Sit down, sit down, sit down. And exhale, pressing into the feet to come up. Standing, hands to prayer. And come back to Samastiti. Okay, so just check your posture here. Check how you're standing. Draw those shoulders back and down, chin towards the chest. Check your breath is nicely balanced and composed. Hands to prayer. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, hinging from the hips, fold, drop the head. Inhale, come to flat back, hands to shins to knees or fingertips just to touch off the mat. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, step back into your high plank position. So high plank again, dropping the tailbone, come down into your shoulders, and then bend the knees, bend the elbows, chest and chin onto your mat. Release the toes, sink the hips, scoop the chest forward, and maybe coming a little higher this time for your upward facing dog. Exhale, release, dropping the head, kick the toes and press back into your downward facing dog. Excellent, so you might need to just readjust your feet perhaps, or maybe they're okay where they are, but just drawing the heels down. Lovely, keep stretching out those legs, breathing deeply here. Allow that head rush. So many benefits in our inversion upside down pose. Notice as you swallow here, there's a constriction in the back of your throat. So it's your pituitary gland activated. Your thyroid. Inhale, begin to look between your hands, bend the knees, and once again with control, step towards the top of your mat. We're going to bring the knees to the chest, sink the hips, and find our chair pose. Uttanasana, draw those hands up, sink the hips, sit down, pressing into the feet, strong legs. Ooh, come back to standing, hands to prayer. Samastiti, soften the shoulders. So one last sun salutation here, hands to prayer. Inhale, Reach the fingertips up, look up, make it the longest one yet. The longest stretch of your body. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward, drop the head. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, step back, high plank. Engage the core, draw those heels back. When you're ready, knees, chest and chin, or you can take your chaturanga, coming onto the tips of your toes. Bend the elbows, press down. Inhale, sweep the chest forward, coming onto the back of the feet. Open the heart, open the chest, excellent, yes. And exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog. Lovely. Take your 5 belly breaths here. Really count out your breath. Now, always challenging that lung capacity. 3, 2 more. And exhale, release. Begin to look between the top of the mat. Bend the knees, and you're just going to step your right foot forward and drop your left heel. Sweep the arms and come up into warrior one. Open the heart, open the chest. Try to, you can stay on the ball of your left foot if that's more comfortable, or if you want to drop your left heel to the mat. Reach the arms up and exhale, release. Coming back, stepping that left foot back into downward facing dog. Inhale, roll the shoulders over the wrists in chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Inhale, scoop the chest forward, open the heart. Open the chest, upward dog, exhale, downward facing dog. And we're going to step the left foot between the hands. I'm just doing one more of these. Warrior one. Sweep the arms up, Virabhadrasana one. Keep drawing that right hip forward, left hip back. Exhale, release. Hands to the mat, spread those fingers wide, stepping back into your high plank. Chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Excellent work, lovely. Drawing those heels back. Taking a breath here. Inhale. This time we're going to step our right foot forward and we're going to drop our left knee onto the mat. Release the left toes and sweep the arms up into a low lunge. Open the heart, open the chest. You're going to exhale. Bring your hands to prayer in the center of the chest. And take your left elbow to your right knee, coming into your twist here. Bring your prayer hands to the center of your chest. Draw that right shoulder back. Option to tuck the left toes in. Draw the left knee off the mat and come up a little higher here. Just to chat for an extra challenge. Or you can leave that left knee down, so wherever you're at. Exhale, release. Once again, sweep those arms up towards the sky. We'll take the hands together, interlace the fingers and press the palms away from you. Taking your back bend here, really stretching into that left quad. Keep that left hip forward. Exhale, release, taking the hands to the inside of the right foot and begin to rotate the right knee over the right ankle. So making circles from your right hip. Rotate, go the opposite direction. And begin to heel toe that right foot out to the edge of the mat and just take your right hand to the inside of the right knee, opening up that right knee, coming onto the outside edge of your right foot. If that feels nice, don't go too far. It's not feeling good for you today. Exhale, release, begin to heel toe that right foot back to center, fingertips to touch, nice straight spine. And then exhale, drawing the right, coming onto your right heel, drop the head. So option to take your movement here. Inhale as you come forward, fingertips to touch, nice straight spine. Exhale, rounding the spine, flexing that right foot, drop the head. So finding a little flow here, building a little flow if you wish, or finding stillness. If you're going to stay still, stay here, working into this right hamstring muscle. So whichever is best for you and your body today. Always listen to your own body. No one knows how your body feels or what's going on in your body. Lovely. 2 more here if you're moving. Stay still, just keep going deeper into that breath, lengthen out that hamstring. Meeting back at the top of the mat. We're going to tuck our left toes in and straighten that left leg. Take your left hand in line with your right foot and reach your right fingertips up towards the sky and just find your easy twist here. Lovely. Exhale, release, dropping that right hand back. Taking both hands to the mat now and just step the right foot back to join the left. Lovely. Come back into your downward facing dog. And we're going to step our left foot forward. So dropping the right knee, release the right toes, sweep the arms up into your lovely low lunge, open the heart, open the chest. Exhale, release, hands to prayer. Taking the right elbow to the left knee. Come into your twist. So we're aiming to get our prayer hands to the center of the chest, maybe one day. Draw the left shoulder back. So that's what we're working towards. I'll be stretching to that right quad. So option to tuck your right toes in here and straighten that right leg. Take the right knee off the mat if you want. If you don't want to, that's totally fine too. So just for the extra challenge. Lovely. Breathe. Use your breath. Excellent. Exhale, release, coming back to center. Drop that right knee now. And once again, we're going to sweep our arms up in our low lunge. So really make sure you're stretching the right quad muscle here. If there's too much weight on your back knee, take a cushion or something underneath that back knee. It's more helpful. Lovely. Open the heart, open the chest. Hands together, interlace the fingers, press the palms away from you. And exhale, release. So taking the hands to the inside of your left foot this time. And you might need to heel toe that left foot out. Begin to make circles with your left knee over your left ankle. So really moving from the left hip. So imagine the ball and socket of your left hip. All the lymph fluid is moving there. And a nice smoothness. Rotate, go the opposite direction. Begin to heel toe, before that, we'll take the left hand to the left knee. Just open up the left knee here, coming onto the outside edge of the left foot. So move, opening into that left hip. Exhale, release, left foot, heel toe backs to the center of your mat. And begin to straighten out that left leg. Come onto the heel of the left foot. Draw the chin towards the chest. Lovely stretch down through the spine. So find stillness here and breathe, or find your little flow. Inhale, fingertips to touch, straight spine. Inhale, fully exhale. One last, meeting back at the top of the mat, taking the hands to the mat, tuck the right toes in, and gently step that left foot back into your downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. And we're going to draw our heels towards the ground. Begin to slowly walk your hands, your fingertips towards your feet. Bring the chin towards the chest and gently roll up through the spine. Once again, stacking vertebrae upon vertebrae. We're going to step our right foot forward and we're going to find our warrior two. So taking the left foot to a 90-degree angle, right foot facing a 90-degree angle at the top of the mat. Take the arms out nice and long. So your right knee is in line with your right ankle and you're bending that right knee. Roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, right palm faces towards the sky. Draw the right hand up and over. Find your peaceful reverse warrior. Drop the head. Exhale, right elbow to right knee. Left arm comes up and over. Drop that left hip. Lovely. Option to take the right hand to the inside of the right foot if you want to go a little deeper, or just hang out here. Breathe. Keep that left little toe firmly planted. Exhale, release, coming back to warrior two. A nice strong warrior two. Strong legs. Begin to straighten that front leg now. Both knees are straight. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward. Exhale, right hand to the inside of the right ankle. Look towards your left hand. Trikonasana. Find your Trikonasana. Breathe into that right inner thigh. Pressing into both feet. Strong legs. Exhale, come back to standing. Now bring your feet parallel. We're going to draw our toes in, heels out. Take your hands to your hips and bring your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers once again. Stretching the arms, draw the shoulders down. Inhale, look up. And as you exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Take your hands up over your head. Yeah. And keep taking your hands up and over. Keep drawing your head down towards the sky. And just gently begin to sway from side to side here. Again, just feeling into those inner thighs. Take a few deep exhalations. Exhale, bending the elbows. Slowly take the hands to the hips. And then gently bring your hands down onto the ground. And you're going to draw your toes out now. Bring your heels in. Walk your hands over towards your right foot. And begin to straighten out your left leg. So coming onto the heel of the left foot. Take your right hand down and reach your left hand up towards the sky. So coming into a little side lunge. Yes. Exhale, release, walking the hands back to center. And this time you're going to walk your hands over to your left foot. Lovely. Straighten out that right leg, coming onto the heel of the right foot. Reach your right hand up towards the sky. Use your left hand. Good foundation with your left hand. Excellent. Lovely. Exhale, release, coming back to center now. Just plant those feet and walk the hands underneath you. See if you can bring your head a little closer to the ground. Again, just give your head a little sway, yes. And then a little sway, no. Make sure there's no tension in the back of your neck. Inhale, walking the hands forward. Begin to look forward. Come to a flat back. Take your hands to your hips. Pressing into both feet and come up to standing. Draw the heels in, toes out. And gently come down. So make sure your shoulders are in line with your hips. Shoulders in line with the hips. Take your hands to your knees. Inhale, right shoulder to center. Exhale, release back. Inhale, left shoulder to center. Exhale, release back. So we're stretching out our thoracic spine here. Right shoulder to center. Lovely. Yeah, or any variations that you might already have with this. Lovely. And pressing into both feet. Coming back to standing. We're going to heel toe the feet back to a hip, slightly wider than hip distance, and just begin to hula hoop your hips. Ooh, so have a little bit of fun here. Do the hula hoop, shake your hips, just give them a little wiggle. Okay, and we're going to do it all now again on the opposite side. So taking that left foot forward, right foot is in line with the back of your mat. Bend your left knee, so your left knee is in line with your left ankle. Take the arms out nice and long. So just gently, so as you're at home, adjusting yourself, roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, left palm faces towards the sky. Draw the left hand up and over, right hand comes down the back of the right leg. Front knee is bent. This one is bent, yes. Drop the head, exhale, release, taking the left elbow to your left knee and reach your right hand up and over. So try to drop that right hip a little bit. Yes, that's it. Yeah, you might need to take the legs a little wider, yeah. So again, option here, you can take that left hand to the inside of the left foot. It's optional, or just stay up nice and high. So you're really rolling out that right hip. Exhale, release. Coming back to warrior two. Woo, strong legs. And then begin to straighten out that front knee. Inhale, reach the left fingertips forward. Exhale, left hand to the inside of the left ankle. Right hand reaches up towards the sky. Look up. Breathe. Exhale, coming back to center. Taking the arms out nice and wide. And once again, we'll just heel toe our feet back to hip distance apart. This time we're going to bring our heels in, bring our hands to pair, and we're going to come down into a squat. So if you can, keep your feet flat on the ground. So you might need to come up and down a few times just to find the right place for you. And then when you do, come down, and I'm sure you can come down and move your feet around a little bit, take your heels off the mat. And then find what's comfortable for you down here. Lovely. So drawing that the shoulders back. Use your elbows to open up your knees. So we'll take the right hand down onto the mat, reach your left fingertips up towards the sky. The option to take your bind here if it's in your practice, or just stay in your squatting pose, whatever is best for you. Lovely. Exhale, release, come back to center. Left hand to the mat, reach your right hand up. Take a breath. Exhale, release, coming back to center. Okay, just have another little wiggle here. Pull that tailbone down, shoulders back. Close the eyes, take a little smile in the face. Just relax all your facial muscles. Maybe roll your lips, just any tension around the mouth. Lovely, and exhale. So we're going to find our pigeon pose from here. Or if you, like me, are facing the wrong way on your mat, just turn around to face the top of your mat once again. Take the hands down, and you can go into your pigeon from your tabletop position. So we're taking the right knee below right ankle, right foot below left ankle, and just straighten out the back leg. Allow your right foot to swing back as much as it needs to. Lovely. So as always, you could find a block or support for underneath your hip if you need it here. Lovely, but you guys know your pigeon, walking your hands forward, bending the elbows, begin to melt towards the ground. Keep the hips squared. And begin to just surrender here to this pose for a moment. Coming into your breath. So again, just let go of any ruminating in the past, any anticipation of the future. Really come into your breath and your body. Yoga meaning union of mind, body, and soul. Just feel the connection. And if your mind is wandering incessantly or anything like that, witness your thoughts. Maybe observe them from your perspective, or from you in 5 years' time. Slowly release out of the pose, walking the hands back. We'll open the heart, open the chest, roll the shoulders back, take a little back bend here. And then exhale, release, taking the hands back to the mat. Tuck the left toes in and just slowly come back into your tabletop, nice and gently. Take pigeon on the opposite side. So left knee below left wrist, left foot below right wrist. Allow the foot to swing back as much as possible while keeping your hips squared. So you want to keep those hips facing forward wherever your knees are. Lovely. And make sure that you don't feel anything in your left knee. That's only in your left hip. You should be feeling it now in your glute. Yeah, lovely. Walking the hands forward, melt the elbows. Just surrender here, allowing the gravity, the weight to deepen you into your pose. Maybe go deep into that hip area and breathe. Maybe take a few exhalations from the mouth now, especially if you've been breathing in and out through the nose. Slowly releasing, walking the hands back. We'll take our back bend again, open the heart, open the chest, look up. Dropping the left hip now to the mat. So you're going to come to the side, drop that left hip, and very slowly bring your right knee around to meet your left knee. Lovely. Take the legs out in front, and we're going to roll down to lying on our mat. We're going to come into, bring your knees in towards your chest and give your knees a big hug, a big squeeze once again. Gently massaging out the lower back, and just notice if there's been any shift or alteration in your spine throughout your class. And exhale, release. Bringing the feet together, allow your knees to fall out to the sides. So this is your Supta Baddha Konasana. Take your hands to face towards the sky. And just gently rock out the knees in a little butterfly pose here. Breathing. And begin to sway the head. Rock your head from side to side on the mat. Allow the back of the skull to get really heavy. So we're beginning to wind our practice down now. We're almost there. So begin to extend the legs out, feet as wide as the mat, and just shake your legs out like jelly for a moment. And just shake out your arms, your legs, shake out your hips. Give your shoulders a little shake. And shake as much as you can here whilst lying flat on your mat. I don't want you to move too much, but just try keeping still and move as fully as you can if you get what I mean. And then begin to let go. So stay where you are, hands face up towards the sky. Close the eyes. And you're just going to take these 5 minutes of your Shavasana to really come home to yourself. So honor your body, that you were able to practice yoga today. And begin to send yourself a lot of love for showing up for yourself today, taking this time out to practice, to be with your breath in your body. Relaxing the forehead, the brow, temples. Relax your cheeks, unlock your jaw, soften the back of the neck. Allow your throat to expand as you swallow. From your shoulders down to your elbows, to your wrists, to the tips of your fingers. Soften, release any tension. Inhale, ease and calm throughout your body. And just let go of anything that's not serving you. Relax your heart, your chest. Give an inner smile to your organs. Working so hard in your body. Let your belly go. Soften your hips, your pelvis, your glutes. And begin to relax your legs now, allowing them to get really heavy. Soften down to your ankles, into the tips of your toes. And just imagine that your body is melting towards the earth. And in this moment, begin to find peace within yourself, your mind and your body. And find wonders, try to catch that wonder mind. See the thoughts and then let them go. Release, let them float away. Come back into the present moment, into your breath, into yourself. Trust your practice. Wriggle your toes. And slowly begin to roll over to one side. Just curl up like a baby for a moment. One child. And just practicing gratitude, finding 3 new things that you're grateful for in your life in this moment of time. Use your outer hand to gently push yourself up into a seated position. And sit nice and tall to we'll just close our eyes. Inhale, prepare. Thank you so much for practicing with me this evening. I hope lots of love if you want to slip off to bed. That's great. If you want to hang on, if you have any questions, please do. Thank you.